Hi, Aries. Welcome back. All right, Aries, this is going to be a reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages, and then we're going to go into the you versus them love reading. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when it's for you. And it's a general reading, guys. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Have fun with it, enjoy yourself, and let's get into it. So, Aries, when I was meditating to prepare for the reading, I was getting messages about your best ideas coming to you when you're alone, when you're in isolation, when you're in meditation, right? And I think, it's good to bounce ideas off of other people, or maybe even a lot of the ideas that we get for ourselves, we kind of borrow from other people or what we're seeing online or our friends. But I actually feel like the true inspiration or the true good ideas, right, are coming to you more so from your inner self, from that state of silence or that state of being. So, really encouraging you to carve out 5 to 15 minutes of your day, Aries, to quiet your mind, soothe your mind, listen to either a meditation tape or just simply, static or white noise. It will make all of the difference, and you would be surprised how much clarity you feel after coming out of a state of a quieted mind. Okay, so really, really emphasizing that. I'm also getting messages that there's luck here. So there may be a lucky break for you, or a lucky opportunity, or some sort of luck showing up at your door. So yay, I love that. And I did get one card, but let's get a little bit more. As I was shuffling earlier, you have the Seven of Swords. Not my favorite card, but let's see. The card of the Vision and the Angel of Freedom. Now, this is really interesting because here I was getting these messages about ideas coming to you in isolation, and then I literally get the card of Stolen, right? And it's next to Vision. So it could be that maybe one of the reasons you want to keep your ideas or your thoughts to yourself is, I don't know, for fear of somebody stealing your ideas, or maybe somebody might actually be stealing your ideas, Aries, particularly like in, the workplace, but it really could be in any area of your life. But it's kind of weird, right? Yeah, that's a weird message. Stolen ideas. Okay. And again, I want to go back to what I was saying earlier, because I don't really like the term stolen ideas. I kind of like borrowed ideas, because I think we're all to some degree borrowing from each other, right? Because a lot of what we're choosing to live is based off of what we observed another person living, and us making the decision whether we want that or don't want that. So, stealing, borrowing, I don't know. I guess they kind of go hand in hand. It all depends on your perspective, but I'm definitely getting some messages around that, so take it or leave it. You also have the card of the Devil. Now, this is interesting because in this deck, it talks about freedom, okay? And I usually get it as the opposite, feeling chained down, or that, that sense of restriction. But I feel like for you, Aries, some of you have been restricting your own vision or your own ideas or thoughts for maybe fear, right? That it won't come to fruition, or somebody else may steal your vision or your idea. And so keeping things under wraps, or keeping yourself maybe in this more restrictive position. Again, super interesting messages. Let's see where this is headed. So, Aries, what else for my Aries? The card of completion. The We Are the World. And the card of change. So, Aries, again, there's some sort of missing puzzle piece here that is coming into place. Okay, because this talks about things kind of coming full circle or coming together. And then, of course, the World card, which talks again about things coming full circle. And look at another circle here. So to me, this is definitely talking about karmic completions. like a karmic cycle ending and another one beginning. And there's some sort of change coming forward as well. And they're also wanting to highlight, again, groups, collaborations, whether this be friends group, family group, work. So yeah, take it as it's resonating. But yeah, let's go a little bit deeper. What else does my Aries need to know? And I want to say that before I even started this reading, I had the song Slow Hands coming through. Slow hands. I don't know the words or who sings it. So that's not much helpful, is it? Kind of a romantic song, actually. Slow hands, though. That's the phrase that I'm hearing. So let's see. Take it or leave it. What else do we have coming through for my Aries? You have the Three of Swords. Not my favorite card. Okay, the Six of Swords. What else? The Ace of Swords. It's in the reverse. Page of Pentacles, Five of Wands. So, Aries, actually, let me go ahead and get the second row. Sorry, I'm going to talk to you for a second here. Because I feel like, my goodness, I have a whole lot to say about these cards. Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so Aries, the Six of Swords talks about, you know, moving into calmer waters, finding a resolution, right? But of course, the Three of Swords talks about, you know, hurting, literally your hurt feelings, feeling heartbroken, things of that nature. Ace of Swords in the reverse, not really understanding the why behind something, or maybe not even having the full picture or the truth of something. And yet the Page of Pentacles, which talks about luck. Now, that's an interesting combination because I feel like, Aries, you're trying to move away from something or forward from something, but yet you don't have all of the information or all of the truth here, or there's something left that feels unresolved to me or misunderstood, and that's making it a little difficult for you to kind of move past it, right? Because it's hard. There's something inside of all of us that wants to feel heard and understood, and when we don't have that sense of understanding or resolution, it leaves things a little bit open, right? And a little bit more difficult to move away from or let go of. And if you're not careful, over time, that hurt can actually change into resentment, which is, you know, the baggage that we carry. So it's really interesting to me that it's paired with the Page of Pentacles, which is the card of luck, because there's some sort of lucky break around this, or it's like, you know, there's a message about count your blessings anyways, right? Like, feeling lucky to have gone through something because of where it's now brought you in your life, or where it's about to bring you, you know. And I know that sounds weird given that I have the Three of Swords here, but that's what I'm feeling here. And there's like this back and forth, right? There's the struggle showing up with the Five of Wands, and it's next to the card of generosity and the card of partners. So you also may be feeling a little bit of tug of war in a partnership, or when it comes to relationships right now, because I feel you're being pulled in two different directions, you know, and feeling a bit stuck. And it's because of this unresolved issue that may make you hold back, okay, in relationships or in a specific relationship. And you know, I keep going back to this card of luck. I'm going to clarify that. I get a sense too of like feeling taken advantage of, whether that be you or somebody else in the connection, or fearing that. Again, that whole like, you know, taking something that isn't yours, or stealing your ideas, or quite literally, you know, zapping your energy from you. You know, things of that nature coming up. So let's see what else. There's that Seven of Swords. How did I know? Next to the Nine of Cups, next to the Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's more like an energy vampire thing, like feeling emotionally drained, like somebody is stealing your resources, meaning like your energy from you, which I know that's a really popular saying in the tarot community, but honestly, because we live in a world uh, that's based on free will, nobody can take anything from you without your allowance of it. And some people really don't like to hear that because they feel like, I wasn't willing to give that and they took that. You know what I mean? And I think it's because there's a misunderstanding of what I mean when I say nothing can be inserted or taken without your invitation of it. Because it's not like you're literally, the universe isn't hearing your words or what you mean, you know, so you may not be literally saying it, yeah, take my energy or take my money, but in your invitation of it, which just simply means in your attention to, in your giving attention to a situation, you are also inviting, if you will, that energy into your life by giving your focus to it. That's what I mean, right? So we don't think of it that way. We don't think we're like inviting things into our life that we don't want. But by you simply giving focus to that of which you do not want, you are, in essence, via law of attraction, inviting it into your reality. So you can't necessarily uninvite something once you've invited it into your reality, but you can choose to focus elsewhere, or you can choose to see it differently. And that's kind of what this situation is calling for, a change in perspective, if anything else. Because I feel like there's something that's very much emotionally draining you here, Aries. And I have to say this because I lost my train of thought there for a second because I had a drop down come on my phone and it said Gemini. Just the word Gemini. So this, I guess this is very specific, or maybe more specific for those of you who have Gemini in your chart or dealing with the Gemini. But, you know, it's a general reading. Guys, take it as it resonates. Don't make anything resonate. But, yeah, I just feel like the life force feeling sucked out of you, you know, in a sense of like, I keep wanting to say stolen identity. Now, some of you, that's actually literally what has happened. That's not a future prediction. That would have already happened. For others of you, it's more figuratively speaking, like somebody, you know, stole your energy, stole your light, stole your happiness, you know, stole who you once were, you know, not to be dramatic or anything, but you get what I mean. It's more of a figurative thing. And here you have the Seven of Swords. Yet again, you had the Seven of Swords in the overall energy, which was talking about, yeah, feeling or worrying that somebody was stealing your ideas. And here it's paired with the Nine of Cups, Queen of Cups, which is your emotional state, stealing your sense of satisfaction, draining you of your happiness, your goodness, your wellness. Nobody has the power to do that unless you allow them to do that, Aries. And that's really important for you to hear because it doesn't always feel that way. I get it. You know, I've definitely been in toxic environments, whether it be work environments or relationships, where it felt like they were sucking the life out of me. But it was always, 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 always because I was giving my attention to it. I was letting it get inside my head. I was letting it pull down my emotions. I was letting it change me through my focus. And how did I stop the vampiring from happening? I took my focus away. Right? I took my focus away. Now, sometimes that's not always possible. You live with this person, you work with this person, whatever, whatever, whatever. Well, you can still take your focus away while staying in the present moment with them, right? By changing your perspective, reminding yourself, like, this person has no authority over me. You know, how they feel is their problem, not my problem. You know, by talking it out through your brain, you know, and I've had to do this in, like I said, many environments that were toxic, but say it was a toxic boss that I was dealing with. I would remind myself before I walked into the workplace that, you know, although this person is my boss in the workplace, there's no authority over me ever, anywhere, other than my higher self. And my higher self loves me unconditionally. So I'll play along, right? And I'll do what I'm supposed to because it just simply feels good to do well in my job. But I'm really not going to take anything this person says seriously. And I don't really care if they like me or not. Not that I'm going to try and provoke a negative reaction or give this person any negativity. Because, by the way, you feed negativity by giving negativity. Don't do it. Instead, I'm just going to choose to see the best. The best in me, the best in my work environment, and even the best in my bad boss. And it works. It works. It works. It works not just with bad bosses, guys, but with any relationship that you really struggle with, that feels like it's draining you, that you just want to detach from. And I feel like a lot of you are dealing with some sort of circumstance like this. And again, I was just using that as an example with the boss, although some of you, literally, that's what it is. Some of you, this is a family member, a friend, a lover, an ex, I don't know. Some of you, it's yourself, draining yourself by caring too much, just simply what other people think or what other people are up to, worrying, you know, too much about keeping up with the Joneses. I don't think that's really an Aries thing, though. I'm just saying, Aries, you're a pretty independent person. Some of you are more so worried about other people, you know, trying to be you, you know, copy you, whatever. And again, who cares? Who cares what anybody else is up to? As long as you're happy, that's all that matters, my friend. That's all that matters. Stay in your own lane. So let's see what the guidance is. Card number 16, oh my gosh, this could not be a more perfect card for this reading. Attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. It's easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of another. But as you attempt to control them, whether it's through influence or coercion, you discover that not only can you not contain them, but your attention to them, aka your invitation, brings more like it into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted. Ooh, Aries, that is exactly what we were just talking about. It's not about controlling the situation as it is so much about controlling how you feel, which is the only true control you have about the situation, and allowing yourself to go into that more softer, allowing space, right? So, wow, woo-wee. That was an intense beginning to the reading. Let's jump to the you versus them now and see what else we've got coming through. I am going to clear the cards, clear my energy, and I will be right back, so stay right there. Welcome back. Okay, so Aries, I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it is a general reading. Oops, too many. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. It's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, you guys. Let's have a little bit of fun with it. Going back and forth between you and your person, and let's go. So you have the card of Temperance that's showing up as your overall energy. that is talking about keeping the peace, keeping well-tempered, if you will. Easier said than done sometimes, right? But it's also about finding balance in the alchemy, you know, within the relationship or within yourself, Aries. And this person has, sorry, there was a bunch of cards that flipped, but the World is the one that caught my eye. So this is about things coming full circle, karmic completions. That showed up in the spiritual reading as well. It also talks about success, so I love that. So let's go further, Aries, and we're going to take a look-see. I'm going to look at how you both are thinking and feeling about each other and where this is headed. So let's give it a good shuffle for my Aries. I am consolidating a little bit of the you versus them, just because it's a new year and I want to change it up a little bit. So hopefully you enjoy this version, but we're going to go straight into how does Aries view this person in the now. Where's that song again? I cannot get away from the song Slow Hands. If that means something to somebody, please put it in the comments. I would love to hear that. But let's see, you have the Three of Cups and the Fool. What else for Aries and how they see them? The Page of Swords. So, every time I get this card, I think of the song Foolish Games by the singer Jewel. I haven't heard Jewel in forever. Some of you younger people may not even be familiar with her, but she's an awesome artist. But that may also resonate with some of you. Foolish Games is the song I'm referencing. But anyways, Three of Cups, the Fool, and the Page of Swords. This is showing up in how you see this person. So the first message that I got was like, let's get it together. And I don't know if you mean like, let's get together or let's get it together. So I could read that two different ways. With the Fool here and the Page of Swords, this is kind of iffy energy to me. Yes, it's talking about taking a leap of faith and taking a chance, but there's also the skepticism around this or this doubtfulness showing up here, Aries. So I feel like, you know, with this showing up and how you're viewing this person, there may be some doubts surrounding the connection or, you know, and yet at the same time, I feel like this togetherness vibe as well. So we're in this together type of feeling is what I'm getting, whether that be literal or figuratively speaking. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So it's like, well, if whatever I choose for myself, right, I'm basically choosing for this other person. And I feel like this is how you're seeing it, but it could be how the both of you see it or how they see it. Like we're in this together, right? What come what may, whatever doubts we have, we're in this together. And let me see what the Page of Swords is. Yeah. It's a sense of like what's mine is yours type of feeling. And yet, again, you know, there's a little bit of hesitancy or precaution around that, Aries. So let's see how this person is viewing you. Oh my gosh, I have that song in my head now. It's such an old song. If you know it, you know it. But she says, I don't really want to stay. I don't really want to go. All I really need to know is can we get it together? Can I get it together? Get it together. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try again. How does Aries person see them? Well, you showed up as the Emperor, and that certainly is Aries energy. Ace of Cups. 10 of Wands, one more. There was the Page of Wands wanting to come out there. Dang it, the Hangman. Wow, so messy. My goodness. I'm sorry, guys. The cards are not cooperating with me. But what I get a sense of, Aries, is that, you know, you may have changed this person's perspective of love or relationships. You know, and I'm actually getting that as a positive thing, but hey, it's in the eyes of the beholder. I feel like this person feels like you're a very strong-willed person who's not afraid of the struggle, who's not afraid of hard work, and they kind of love that about you. Like they love your intensity or they love your persistence. And I do feel like intense and persistent are two words that I would equate Aries with, just being honest with you. And it's kind of dawned a new perspective for them or a new way of living, a new way of seeing life, right? Which isn't that the purpose of all relationships. So I actually feel it to be pretty positive, you know, in the way this person is seeing you. If you've had power struggles or just struggles in general within the relationship, I feel like, you know, the love is greater than the struggles, or at least that's how this person sees it or has seen it in the past. And so, you know, you take your good with your bad is kind of what I'm feeling here. But let's go deeper. So how does Aries feel underneath it all? How does Aries truly feel about this person? How does Aries feel? Two of Cups. Knight of Cups. Oh, too many cards. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Nice. And the Hermit. So, I mean, this feels like a soulmate to me, right? This is showing up in how you feel. So I feel like you feel a very strong bond or connection or soulmate connection with this person. You know, there is vulnerability, reciprocity, emotion, showing up here, Aries. So I feel like this is something you want to pursue or you are pursuing. The Four of Pentacles, to me, in this combination is more so talking about holding on to what's worth it for you, you know, feeling like this is worth something worth holding on to. And some of you very committed, loyal, dedicated to this person, and or you're willing to put the work in, right, for that commitment, for that loyalty. It just kind of makes you do a deep dive into yourself. A lot of self-reflection around the connection. A lot of, you know, going within, you know, and I felt that on the other person's side. Oh, I'm getting chill bumps. But I also feel it on your end as well. So it may have you reevaluating life or reevaluating yourself, and how you are, how you behave, or how you want to act in relationships, right? So I feel this is like a deep and profound, meaningful connection. So let's see this person and how they feel about you, Aries. Six of Cups, Four of Cups, Ten of Swords, Two of Cups. There it is. Ooh, but why that? Four of Pentacles. So this is weird because in the past, this person would shy away or walk away or maybe even try to detach from connections or intimate connections possibly. And yet they find themselves holding on to this one. Okay, so, and they may have even detached or shied away in the past from you, Aries, only to come back to the realization or the knowledge that you're their person, you're their soulmate, or they feel a deep connection with you, and not really being able to let go or let go of that feeling, okay? So I think this is interesting. They also may have, you know, tried to ignore their feelings in the past, but they've come to realize, or maybe needing to come to realize, that it's not so much about ignoring your feelings as it is understanding your feelings, you know, and not being afraid to ask yourself deeper questions and to look deeper into the meaning and the why behind things. So again, that very meaningful type of vibe showing up here, Aries. So let's see where this is headed and go from there. So where is this headed for my Aries? 10, 10. That's not a 10. That's the Death and Rebirth card. King of Wands. Three of Wands. There's definitely some transformation, changes, or endings coming up. And maybe that's what's producing that doubt or that insecurity that I felt earlier. Maybe like not being able to tell what's coming or what's ahead. And it's like, that's all right though. I mean, just, you know, live in the moment, because none of us really know what's around that corner. We can plan, we can, you know, think about our future all we want. But the truth is, you know, none of us really know exactly how it's going to unfold until it unfolds, right? So I'm not saying, you know, throw caution to the wind or anything, but I am saying be present in the now. Like feel, allow yourself to feel and appreciate what's happening right in front of you, Aries. And the rest kind of figures itself out over time. And I don't feel like this is something necessarily I have to tell an Aries, because you guys don't really mind going by the seat of your pants unless you have like a fixed moon or rising. But yeah, I feel like it's like go time, like fired up, you know. Yes, there is an ending here, but I also feel like it's opening up the doors, Aries, of possibilities. And that insecurity, or maybe that frustration, or I don't even want to say that, possible anxiety, is coming from like not being able to map it out or know. But some things you're not meant to know, you know, ahead of time. You're meant to just kind of go on the experience, if you will. But you do have the Ten of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, so wanting you to be grounded and grateful here in the now. That's a beautiful sign, by the way, of good things to come, and, you know, work together. So let's see this person's most likely outcome, which of course all the likely outcomes can be changed with free will. Just a snapshot. Ooh, Judgment. Something they need to let go of here with the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords showed up twice in the spiritual reading as well. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Cups. And what is that about? Okay. Hold on a second. I'm not withholding. I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. Yeah, so I feel like sometimes internally, you know, this person is at war with themselves almost, you know, like the struggle is real type of thing. And they kind of struggle to get away from paranoid thinking, is what I'm getting, which is very interesting to me, or like shadowy type of behavior or thinking. And they're kind of needing to release the paranoia. Okay, that's specifically what I'm getting. But it could be, you know, releasing their shadow, releasing judgments they have about themselves or others. But I'm getting something deeper than that, actually. Like letting go of the need to go about things in the maybe not so best way, you know. How is this making sense to you? If it's not, it's not your reading. Don't make something make sense that doesn't, guys. But, you know, yeah, it's like what this person really wants, or like on the surface, is like the Page of Cups, which is kind of being open to luck and good things and positivity, and it's the light, right? And the Knight of Pentacles is like making that progress towards bettering oneself or going towards the light, all right? And yet there's this dark struggle going on. I feel like this is internally. This is something that they have yet to let go of, but maybe need to, or are in the process of attempting to let go of. And it's like their own inner demon, you know, for lack of better words. It's like their own inner critic. It's like their own paranoia, like the shadow part of themselves that they really struggle with. And it may or may not even show on the surface. I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not. I feel like you would be aware of this. But yeah, that's serving as a barrier for this person. But they're also, you know, learning a lot about themselves in the process. And through this connection, quite literally learning, you know, about love, you know, or about how they want to love and who they want to be and all of that. So, you know, there's nothing ever lost, only gained, okay, in our life experience. And that's something really valuable for this person to remember. So let's see, Aries, what is the guidance? Look at the itchies. What is the guidance? Card number 44. The thoughts I think determine the relationship I attract. Not only does the power of your thought determine which people make their way into your life, but it determines how they behave once they get there. You are the thinking, vibrating attractor of your experience, and the thoughts you think determine everything about the life that you live. As you turn your attention toward the positive aspects of the personalities and behaviors of others with whom you share your planet, you will train your point of attraction in the direction of only what you desire. Oh, wow, Aries, very interesting reading. I'm going to leave it there for now. Zodiac signs that you may be connecting with or have in your chart. I felt Gemini super strongly. I actually got a pop-up on my phone. I just noticed my necklace is off. It's been the way the whole time. How annoying. Anyways, ADD. I actually got a pop-up on my phone that said Gemini. So some of you definitely Gemini. But I also have Sagittarius here and Libra. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Aries again, Aries again. And there's Gemini again and Pisces. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it's a general. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future content. You could find me on Facebook and Instagram. I've been doing daily collective free readings on my Facebook. So if you don't want to miss out on free readings, you can check me out there. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my social media. Also linked down below in the About section. Otherwise, wishing you the very, very best. And until next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.